In the vast lands of the Persian Empire, during the reign of King Xerxes Ahasuerus, there lived a man named Mordecai, a descendant of the tribe of Benjamin, from the lineage of Saul. He was a faithful Jew, a man of integrity, who even while living surrounded by the luxury and paganism of the Persian court never abandoned his identity or his faith in the God of Israel. Mordecai served as an official at the gates of the royal palace in Susa. His life, seemingly ordinary, was about to be woven into the destiny of an entire nation. When his relatives died, Mordecai adopted his young cousin, Hadassah, whom he raised as his own daughter. Hadassah, known by her Persian name Esther, was beautiful and humble at heart. She grew up under Mordecai's guidance, learning wisdom and prudence. When King Xerxes dismissed Queen Vashti and sought a new wife, many young women were brought to the palace. Among them was Esther, quiet and obedient. She followed Mordecai's counsel and did not reveal her Jewish heritage. By God's favor, Esther found grace in the eyes of the king and was crowned Queen of Persia. Though Mordecai held no high titles, he became a key figure behind the scenes of the palace. One day, while sitting at the king's gate, he overheard two officials plotting against the king. Mordecai reported it through Esther, and the conspiracy was stopped. His name was written in the royal chronicles, though the reward would come later. But the true drama began with Haman, a powerful and arrogant noble of the empire. He demanded that all bow before him, but Mordecai refused. He bowed only before the Lord. This enraged Haman. Not content to punish Mordecai alone, he devised a sinister plan to exterminate all the Jews across the empire. A royal decree was signed and sealed with the king's ring. On a set day, every Jew would be destroyed. When Mordecai learned of this, he tore his clothes, covered himself with ashes, and cried out bitterly. He sent word to Queen Esther, urging her to intercede before the king, even if it cost her life. It was then that Mordecai spoke his immortal words, filled with faith and courage. Who knows if you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this? These words stirred courage in Esther. She fasted with her people, then risked her life by entering the king's presence uninvited. God's providence turned the tide. At the banquet prepared by Esther, Haman was exposed. The very gallows he had built from Mordecai 75 feet high became the place of his own downfall. That same night, unable to sleep, King Xerxes ordered the royal records to be read. There he discovered that Mordecai had once saved his life, but had never been honored. The king commanded Haman himself to lead Mordecai through the streets of Susa, proclaiming, "This is what is done for the man the king delights to honor." Haman's fall was swift, and the Jewish people were saved. Afterward, Mordecai was exalted, becoming second in authority only to the king. He issued decrees in favor of his people and established the Feast of Purim, an eternal reminder of deliverance and God's faithfulness. Mordecai, the man who once sat at the palace gates, became a symbol of courage, loyalty, and unwavering faith. He not only raised Esther, but also helped shape one of the most glorious chapters in Israel's history during exile. The life of Mordecai teaches us that one does not need to be born in palaces to fulfill great purposes. God exalts the humble, uses the unlikely, and transforms simple acts of courage into instruments of deliverance for many.